And good morning. Merry Christmas. Yes, it's 2:22. And let me just give a brief explanation why it's this time. I laid down, I don't know, I think it was around 7:30 to 8 o'clock approximately, to listen to Magenta Pixie's latest video on 5D reality. And I fell asleep and woke back up a little after 11:30 at night and laid there for a little while, and then I got up and turned off the lights and tried to go back to sleep. And obviously it didn't happen. So here I am. I should have probably started at 111, but because I was awake then, but I wasn't prepared then. Anyway, Merry Christmas. The title for today is Honoring Christ, Divine Essence in Everyone. And the blurb is, again, Merry Christmas. Yes, I'm aware that this date has absolutely nothing to do with the historic birth of the one many know as Jesus of Nazareth or Yeshua ben Joseph. It does have something to do with the birth of the sun coming forth from the womb of the winter solstice. This year, 2012, it likely has something to do with crossing the galactic plane and bringing us into a new age, the Age of Aquarius. Regardless of the history or the meaning, I choose to honor Christ, the divine essence in everyone. It's beyond religion and likely beyond what most humans have ever known or realized. This is the time for Christ to be born consciously in all of us. I say consciously because I've long seen Christ in everyone beyond any religious belief or dogma or doctrine, beyond nationality, race, beyond even the planet Earth. Christ is the true light that lights everyone, everywhere. He's the true Word, the eternal Word. It is the divine, from whom all things are made and of whom all things consist and in whom we all live and move and have our being. And the Word is irrelevant. The reality that we are all divine is very relevant. Now, after I had written that blurb and was checking my email, I got an email that I'm going to share. This came last night. Hi, Ron. My name is David and I'm from Sweden. Sorry if I have bad English. I listen to your message mostly every day on YouTube and I love what you do. That's why I'm writing to you now. I know what's going on in this insane world, and today I finally find courage to speak up to my parents about it on Christmas. And I had a couple of beers to find the courage to speak my truth to them, but now won't listen. They can't believe what I'm saying about what's going on, and I can't take this world no longer. I want to end my life, but I can still feel I have something to do here. I am not afraid of death because I know it does not exist, but I am still afraid of pain, of the pain. I try to call all the helplines on the phone, but it's not opened on Christmas. That's why I'm writing to you, because I believe you have a big heart. and it will mean a lot to me if you will be my friend. I find your group on YouTube where you talk about 2012 and the changes to be a lot of help to me, but I have no one to talk about that here in Sweden. So I want to open my heart to you because it feels like I know you from your message. I want to be a part of that, to have some people to speak about that if I need. Thanks, Ron. Happy Christmas, David. David, you're not the only one in Sweden. I have lots of friends in Sweden. In fact, last year, one of my young friends who was then 19, named Robin, actually came to the United States. And I got an email from his mother. I think it was after he actually came to the United States, but not long after. And she said, I'll never forget the day Robin came to me and said, Mom, you've got to listen to this guy. And they began to listen together. Letters like yours, David, and letters like I got from Robin's mom and Anarchy. I should have looked it up, but I didn't. And I know it's ANN something, or ANEKE or something. I'm trying to remember. Anyway, there are other people in Sweden, and I'm going to try my best to connect you with at least some of them, so that you're not alone, and you feel as you feel, and you will be able to talk with people in your own language and in your own country. And I know there's people all over the world who feel as you do, that there's just too much wrong with the world. And sometimes it does feel overwhelming, and you just want to get off this planet because you feel like you're just visiting this earth. And I know I'm not afraid of death either. Like you, I'm much more concerned about suffering pain. So I understand what you're saying. And so does almost everybody else that's hearing me talk about this and hearing me share your letter with them. I won't reveal your last name. What you've had to say is private, just for you, although I will, again, try to connect you with a few of my friends that are in Sweden, if I can. I know Robin and his mom, but it's hard to know who else is from Sweden. And remember, I have over, I don't know, I haven't looked, over 4,200 or something friends, or 4,300. I don't know what the count is up to now on Facebook, and almost that many subscribers on YouTube. But in any case, Christ is awakening in you, and yes, you, like everybody else that can realize it, the divine is waking up inside of us. And we all have something to do. We all have a role to play, each one of us. Don't worry about trying to convince your parents. They'll come along when it's their time. They will. And lots of people will. We're sometimes thrust into situations where we can be the light for those that are still in darkness. And you need to stay there, not to because you don't want to suffer your own pain, but so that you can actually fulfill your mission. You have a mission, my friend. You have a mission. And your mission is to live. Your mission is to love. Your mission is to learn and remember who you are. Your mission is to be one of the new humans, the new awakened humans that allow spirit and allow the Christ within to be born, and to nurture your whole being from inside of you. That's always been the message of Christmas. That's always the message of Jesus. But we have watered it down with our religion. We've made it a commercial holiday. We've made it anything but what the message was, which was to simply love God and to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. It's always been about love, but we've forgotten. And we've tried to make it about belief systems and about race and about sexual orientation and about political alliances and ideologies of all sorts and types, all of which are meaningless. Really, they're meaningless. It's only about love. Christmas is about letting that innocence be born in us and taking away all of the guilt and all of the fear that comes with the guilt. Taking away all of the shame, the false shame that's been heaped on us for having traveled into the far country to become human, to forget who we were so that we could remember again and have a big party. It's getting closer to party time. I was hoping it would be by today, but I'm realizing as I meditate more and more that there's still a process going on, and that's the divine plan. There's going to be still some ups and downs, but for many of us, David, we're opening up and we're allowing the new energies to transform us from the inside and to make us living Christs. No, not to replace Jesus. We're not Jesus Christ. You're David Christ. I'm Ron Christ. Robin is Robin Christ. We're all divine children of the one God, the one Creator, in whom we each have our being. Our life is connected to that divine source, and it always has been. Even when we forgot, even when we didn't know, even when we may have wanted to choose not to know, consciously making that choice. Even when we were enemies, we were still connected. Because as another David wrote one time, if I make my bed in hell, speaking to God, you are there. The place of greatest separation. Hell. Not a fire and brimstone of a dump outside of Jerusalem. Not that Gehenna, but the hell of ignorance. The hell of loneliness. The hell of isolation. The hell of separation, the hell of feeling not good enough. Yeah, we've all known that hell, haven't we? We've all experienced its manifestation in our lives. And yet the grace of God continued. The eternal flame continued to burn, however faintly, within our heart and soul. This is Merry Christmas to all the Davids in the world who feel like they'd like to get out of this place. Stop the world, I want to get off. No, you're here to lighten the world. You do have something to do. Each of us does. Because each of us will touch people that no one else can touch. And to shine light in places no one else can shine it. And each one of those lights is unique and special and wonderful. I honor the Christ in you. You who are listening, whether you're named David or not, whether you're male or female, whether you're black, white, yellow, or red, whether you're on the European continent, the North American continent, the African continent, the South American continent, the Australian continent, the Asian continent. Save the biggest to last. I didn't name Antarctica, of course, because I don't have any friends there. Or at least not that I know of. But anyway, I want to encourage each of you on this Christmas day to allow the divine spirit. If you don't want to call it Christ, call it something else, but recognize that you're divine and that part of you that's part of God and always has been, that part of you is the real you. It's the truth. It's the life. It's the light. It's the love. It's everything you've ever wanted. Merry Christmas. Namaste.